Good morning and welcome to our second webinar dedicated to Xylexpo Exhibitors. My name is Dario Corbetta, Director of Acimal and Director of the Trade Fair. Fewer than 4 months separate us from opening the exhibition, and so it's time to give some space and visibility to our exhibitors. Xylexpo 2024 will take place at Fiera Milano Rho, Hall 1, from May the 21st to the 24th. We have divided our industry in 4 macro areas. The first one, solid wood processing, then wood panel processing, surface finishing, and machine tools. We already held a first seminar regarding solid wood processing, and today we're going to focus on wood panel processing. We're going to do that with the help of 7 different companies that made history in this area of the woodworking industry. Let me now give the floor to Luca Rossetti, who is the body and soul of this exhibition. Yes, I'm also the body, as you can see, of this exhibition. Welcome, everyone. We are broadcasting this webinar from our multimedia center. We have organized these series of webinars in 4 different sessions. Then the first, today's webinar is going to focus on wood panel processing, and then we will have the next one on the 20th of February. And you are all invited to look at xylexpo.com, and there you will find a chapter named xylexpo.com, where you will find the recordings of the webinars. The webinars are being broadcast live at this very moment, but then we're going to upload them on our Xylexpo Digital platform. They will be available in a few days. Contents will then be re-edited and will become part of Xylexpo Digital at the exhibition center during the exhibition days from May 21st to 24th. And so these contributions and contents will be broadcast live over those days. And so we will re-edit some parts of these 4 different webinar episodes, and you can view them at the exhibition center too. And we are going to ask our exhibitors what they're going to bring to Xylexpo 2024 edition. Of course, the focus will be on machinery, but possibly they will also explain to us why they are participating in this exhibition, what kind of commitments they made to promote this fair trade. I am particularly pleased today because unlike the first episode of the webinar, we have 2 groups of participants today. One of them is present here with us, and some others will be connected online. Let me share with you the list of today's participants. Each participant has been assigned a time slot of 10 minutes. So just like the old political debates that used to be led by Mr. Jacobelli, who, for those who remember him, they must be my age, of course. So you have 10 minutes available, each of you. The first speaker on the list is Mr. Marco Alberti, who is here with us. Then we have Mauro Ghilardi, who will connect online. Then Valentina Facchini from FIMAL, who is also joining us online remotely. Marco Silva, who has been tied up with a slight problem. Hopefully he's going to be with us too. It will be a pleasure for us to have him here at this place. Then we have Umberto Pizzi, who is here with us today, and he's the one who comes from farthest. So thank you all the more for being here. Then we will have Luca Bergantini from SCM and also Angelo Rottini. 10 minutes for each of you. Of course, we'll be flexible with that. Let's start then. Marco Alberti from Alberti Engineering. So first of all, let me say hi to all those participating in this initiative, and thank you for inviting me and sharing with you some thoughts about Alberti Engineering. This year's edition of Xylexpo 2024 is going to be particularly relevant and important. Direct participation by Alberti Engineering with a stand, with a booth at the exhibition Fair Trade Center goes back to 2018. And in the following editions, we opted for a different formula. Actually, we set up our presence through an info point center, and customers, visitors would have then the possibility to get in touch with us and speak to us and possibly develop a negotiation process. So we were not present with our machinery, with our equipment, whereas this year's edition, we decided to bring and install an installation line who will be then used by a kitchen manufacturing company. It's a machinery line which performs drilling operations, but also inserts hardware parts. And this is one of the technical features that Alberti goes proud of. So having inserting machines. So we are going to showcase this installation. It's only a portion of the global installation line. And this installation project that we're going to present shows some novelties. And there is an evolution on this line that we have introduced. There are some innovative features. I believe they're going to be very interesting for all those customers who need to insert drawer slides in kitchen cabinets. And we will do so by using some supports, some containers from where drawer slides will be pulled out from, and then they will be inserted in the panel by means of certain systems that are really very flexible and that are going to be interesting. So whoever will visit our booth at Xylexpo 2024 will be able to appreciate a great piece of novelty. Alberti Engineering develops extremely customized solutions. So clearly enough, each customer has its own needs and specific requests. And so Alberti Engineering offers already known and established solutions that then can be customized with innovative and new features, so that the customer ultimately sees what and obtains what he really needs. And also is reassured that quality of the output is ensured, both in terms of drilling operations as well as inserting operations. I don't know exactly the number of the booth where Alberti Engineering will be located. In a matter of a few days, this will be defined too. So as of now, we will be present and we will use our commercial and communication network to communicate with our customers and all visitors, so that you know exactly where we're going to be located at the exhibition center. I would expect this year edition of Xylexpo to be interesting. possibly not really super bright because we're not living in the best of times. We read newspapers every day. We have war in Ukraine and between Ukraine and Russia in the Middle East, and so on and so forth. So this is not the best geopolitical scenario to operate in. So possibly this will somehow limit the influx of visitors, or certainly it will have an impact on the decision-making process in terms of making new acquisitions. So there are so many disruptive elements at the moment. However, I do hope during the exhibition days to have the possibility to establish new contacts to the end customers, but also contacts with resellers and importers in certain markets. We are looking at these markets again, and there is interest in developing our presence in these markets. And so we are not looking for a stop-and-go presence there, but we want to establish ongoing and trustworthy contacts so that we can really structure, build our own market in these new countries we are looking at, so that something valuable develops in the future in terms of business opportunity. Well, basically, that's all we feel about Xylexpo 2024. Those of you who are already familiar with our machines, you will know certainly that we present feed-through machines with suction cups that transport the wood panels, and then they develop along two different subunits: the drilling machine, the inserting machines. There are some minor novelty in terms of mechanical parts that we have introduced, and software upgrades. But that's not the core aspect that draws visitors to an exhibition. There are other opportunities that we are interested in it. Our purpose is to showcase this specific and peculiar system to load and insert drawer slides. Not all customers are faced with these needs, but at least we can really show and demonstrate how good we are at providing this very specific solution. And we can also use this opportunity to open up our customers' minds to other technological solutions. Well, Alberti Engineering works a lot on a target-based approach. So how is it possible to participate in an exhibition and give an idea of the entire palette of your products? Well, that's very hard actually to do. So we will have this installation, and maybe the installation on the machines that we bring to a fair do not always meet the specific requirements of each and every customer. So it's our task to explain customers that the machine they see at the exhibition booth is not exactly the targeted one, the one targeted upon their needs, but it has the potential, or it is the starting point, and it has the potential to really develop into a custom-based solution for them. So starting points may be similar, but the final output can be really personalized and individualized. So our ambition is to say that the special machine is something even more special than the already special one. So it's up to us to be good at preparing a good proposition for the customers based on their needs and cost estimation, and then maybe we can become more interesting by offering something that goes beyond the standardized machines. I mean, hitting the target in terms of what you present at the exhibition ensures attractivity to the company. Absolutely, it does. It's the ability of the customer or visitor that sees what you have in the exhibition to really spot and see the potentiality and the technological know-how that is behind it. Our solutions are both complex and simple at the same time. We try to come up with complicated things, but in the most simple way. So that's our philosophy. So simplicity speaks for itself, if you want. And maybe this is what differentiates us from other companies in our specific industry, so from our direct competitors, and I will not mention them specifically. Thank you. Thank you so much, Marco. Let me remind you that if you have any questions to ask our participants, both in the present one as well as the remotely connected ones, please enter your questions in the chat box and we will try to provide an answer. Let's now connect with our first online speaker, that's Mauro Ghilardi. Welcome, Mauro Ghilardi from DDX. Thank you for being with us. DDX is a renowned software house. If you have prepared the presentation, you can screen share the presentation slides with us. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for this opportunity. My name is Mauro Ghilardi, Area Manager Italy. I did actually prepare a presentation to introduce our company. DDX is a company that was established in 2001 by 3 founders. The purpose was to develop software solutions for glass, stone, composite materials. We've covered a lot of tasks and roads. We have people working for us all over the world. We have customer service, and we have different branch offices in Germany, France, and Spain. Then we have service technicians based in other European countries, more than 15,000 active licenses, software licenses that are worldwide. The main purpose of the company is to come up with a single solution, software solution. Nowadays, the number of customers working and processing different materials is growing constantly. They work glass, aluminium, wood, ceramics. And so our intention is to become a single point of reference. So if a customer produces only furniture pieces, only stairs, we have CAD/CAM solutions with 5-axis machines, and our product portfolio will meet their challenges, not just for the present moment, but also for the future. Many customers indeed do produce a mix of different products, and they are always expected to find various professional profiles or software solutions outside of their company, whereas with us, they would be able to speak with one single partner, one machinery management software, and they will become part of our product portfolio. And there they will find the best and most suitable solution for their demands. We have EasyWood 3.4, then we have an EasyWood NC, which is provided directly to the manufacturers, and that's the interface. Then we have 2 specialized products, EasyBeam and EasyWall for wooden houses, PowerWin, Power Stairs, Lift Design Pro, which is one of our trump cards because it really covers all the demands of the furniture industry and design industry, and then X Factory, that's for the 4.0 industry area and production. With regards to furniture supplies, which is also the focus of today's meeting, in many companies do not just produce a piece of furniture like a wardrobe or the base cabinets of a kitchen. Any furniture manufacturer would like to design anything that is a part of a house or a home environment. Let me show you this video where you can see what you can do with our design software. You can design whatever you like and then send it to production based on the most differentiated requirements. A customer can design and create all the machine software programs for an individual single piece of equipment or multiple pieces of equipment. As you can see here, you create all sorts of elements, a single piece of furniture, but the entire environment too. You can obtain a rendering of it. You can simulate how machinery will run and perform the tasks or the programs. And another very dear aspect to ACTA is the virtual reality industry. A small and medium-sized customer will not have space availability to set up a large showroom. Thanks to virtual reality, these customers can design three completely different kitchen environments and show their customers directly how they will look like in terms of different solutions. The ultimate goal is for small and medium-sized carpentry shops or factories to come up with a mix of different solutions. X Factory is a production management software. Once you have designed a kitchen, machine programs are created, and depending on X Factory management or light, you can select the exact production status of each order, where how many pieces have been created, the advancement level. So the entire production is followed up from the concept design to the final output. This is the main focus for us. Please, Luca, go ahead. You still have a few minutes. Carry on. Well, during the exhibition events, all the customers and the partners visiting us will be able to test with their hands all the products belonging to our portfolio. So they will try designing a piece of furniture, simulate production, test them in various virtual reality environments, and many other little secrets that people will discover when they visit us. I can't disclose everything. I like to leave a little bit of surprise. So I imagine you will set up a different software workstations scattered in the booth of your company, and then you will have software engineers leading the visit or going through the visit with the customers or visitors. Yes, exactly. We will have our staff showing specific solutions to from a small carpentry shop to large companies that need to manage an entire production cycle. So whoever visits us at Xylexpo will be assured of finding the best solution. Is there any difference between the demand of the performance, software performance, between small and large customers? Well, in the past, people say, well, I'm not going to go for mass series production. I'm only doing cut to measure products. Well, these two worlds are really getting together, are really nearing one another. They become closer and closer nowadays. Medium to small manufacturer wants to differentiate nowadays. So in order to do that, they will need a 5-axis machinery and some specific software. You can design and imagine whatever you like, but then you cannot make it, or in order to make it, you need to use up 1 month of design for design processes only. Well, that you will miss the point. So our purpose, whether the producer is a large company or a small company, we wanted to offer a solution whereby they can imagine, design something, and rapidly they can produce it. Well, I would imagine that the Industry 4.0 project brought about new implementations for your software platforms. Absolutely. We've developed a new product, namely X Factory, specifically for the 4.0 industry, which was a huge opportunity for companies to digitalize themselves. Do you expect a lot of satisfactions from this area, the 4.0 industry project? Yes, surely. We think we can really become very much satisfied with that. Well, thank you for this participation of yours. I see you at Xylexpo 2024. Thank you, Lucas. Let's meet there. Thank you to Mauro Ghilardi from DataX. And now the floor goes to a nice, lovely lady, Valentina Facchini from FIMAL. Good morning and welcome to our webinar. So what are you going to do at the Xylexpo 2024? Let me introduce myself, first of all. I'm Valentina Facchini from FIMAL. I'm a sales office back office actually officer. FIMAL is an established company in the woodworking machine industry. We have a worldwide distribution network. It's a cutting lead company for panel sizing operations, and not only that, our production also includes panel squaring machines, wire planers, and our piece of jewelry is the famous concept. FIMAL is the only producer worldwide of concept machine. Everybody is familiar with it. It's a new type, a new genre of a woodworking machine, not just because of its design, but because of its operations modality in terms of squaring machines. In 2014, FIMAL thought that the time had come to come up with an innovative piece of equipment which would revolutionize the concept of sizing process. And that's when concept was developed. It became very popular, very successful. It's available now in more than 40 countries worldwide. But we have always been supported and pushed forward by an innovative spirit. And so for Xylexpo 2024, this machine concept will get a new dress, let's say. We thought the concept model needed to be even better tailored to the end users' requirements. We're not sure whether it will be successful or not. I cannot make promises. I will not disclose the technical details and the technical novelties for concept, but it will be both it will really be a new machine. It will be made in a new color. And in the past few years, we first changed the color of the distinctive color of our equipment, going from white to totally black. And this year, we thought it would be great to make a change again in the color palette. But the main piece of novelty will involve technology, of course. And we also need to mention the horizontal sizing machine, which is the queen of woodworking um, equipment for us. It has been designed to address mass series production requirements, but also one-off batch one production without affecting the response time of the machines. We will bring the rotomatic system at Xylexpo 2024 as part of the longitudinal section cutting machines. There will be the possibility to rotate a panel, and so the strip that has been generated after the first longitudinal cutting will be translated to a cross-section cutting without losing any precision, and the machine operator, as a matter of fact, will have to simply offload the output piece. Um, um, at female, we also asked ourselves how to best present our machinery. By their nature, exhibitions are events that are meant to promote relationships, to aggregate people, to offer space where you can view machinery, where you can start a negotiation deal, and where you meet people. So females' idea for 2024 Xylexpo 2024 was to kind of come up with quite a different booth, which supports the ecological transition that we've been invited to participate in the past few years. So we promote the eco-sustainability of the event. So our booth at FEMAL will be as green as possible, as environmentally sustainable as possible. We will try to set up some corner areas where pieces of equipment will be presented and explained with small workstations which we can use to conduct demonstrations of each piece of equipment. And each corner area will be set up in a green mode. So our squaring machines that are which made history for the wood working industry will also feature some innovations. So in terms of energy saving, so engines and electrical systems are set up so that when the machine is not functioning, consumption rates will be lower than usual. So in terms of energy. So hopefully this new trend will be appreciated by our customers. We think positive in this respect. We tried to investigate into our customers and see whether there has been there was any interest in it, and we think that we're going to be visited by a lot of them. Are you optimistic then? Absolutely, we are. We have already participated in some open houses events of some resellers in terms of turnout of people and in terms of feedback about the technology we're going to present. We've been very satisfied so far. Well, thank you. Thank you, Valentina. Anything you can anticipate about the concept model revised? Or just give us a hint. Well, let's say the new concept model will be all the more technologically advanced, however, friendly to operators. Whoever has already seen the concept model and used it knows that it is an extremely safe piece of equipment. A machine operator never sees and never touches physically the blade. But still, this new model, or revised model, will have more efficiency, reduced consumption, and ergonomic. That's the word that can best describe it. I am visualizing the layout of this new concept model, and I think it qualifies it as an ergonomic solution. So you will have it at your booth. Yes, we will have engineers that will do demonstrations. The concept can work different materials, can process different materials, and this makes it appealing to different markets. So wooden panels, but also cement-enriched materials. We will make demonstrations with it with our technicians, and there will also be new technologies supporting it. Thank you, Valentina. Thank you were as comprehensive as you could possibly be. See you at Xylexpo then. Thank you. I have just received a message from Marco Silva from Licom Alphacam, and unfortunately he can't join us online because of a family issue, so we just send him our best regards, hoping that his family issues will be easily solved. And so I would suggest carrying on with Angelo Rotini, who is here with us from Orma Macchine. Thank you for joining us. Um, Thank you for traveling over here. It's a pleasure to have you here. So last time I briefed you about our specifics for solid wood processing machines, whereas today my focus is going to be our products for creation and coating of wooden panels. As part of this area, Orma Macchine offers different machines and installations that meet the technical requirements by our customers and that become even more specific and peculiar every day. We have a line of product that is distributed more commonly. These are the traditional pressing machines, MWC for woodworking factories. We have perfected it over the years by bringing about improvements and improving the ease of use for the end users. So improvements such as touch screens, pressure calculations, that are already made based on the type of material to be processed. So a line of traditional presses that it can be used by woodworkers in a very simple way. Still, this is a machine that can be calibrated specifically based on the customer's process types and requirements. Then there is a line of products that we call automated presses, and that's meant for higher volumes of production. So automatic loading and offloading of the machines. We use it especially in the door making industry. We can produce 1,500 doors per day, per shift. And alongside this type of press machines, there are all the other technical features that we design and implement based on the automation demands by the customers, um, depending on the type of company they work in. We can provide the same pressing machine with a small or medium-sized amount of technical features, depending on how many operators need to work on it. And then we also have large installations where there is minimum requirement for operators controlling the machines. Machine operators in that case are only needed to supervise and monitor the machines. There is just a workstation where the machine operators just verifies that the process runs smoothly based on the programs inserted. So there is no need on behalf of the machine operators to take action on the installation itself to make it work. Aside from using materials, aside from the usual standard carpentry processes such as door making, coating wooden panels with veneer or laminate. So on top of these, Orma Macchine has been receiving requests from the boats industry, from the sauna industry, requests regarding specific materials where we not only produce but also coat the wooden panels. And as part of these new processes, they need to introduce some specific materials. It could be cork-made panels. It could be composite material panels or carbon, steel, or aluminium sheets. So having these installations enables the customers to work and manage the gluing process. For these installations, we do not use vinyl glues, but polyurethane glues. And until a little time ago, polyurethane glues were considered a niche product, but nowadays these are become a large commodities, and everybody uses them, polyurethane glues too. So in the modern woodworking industry, the pressing machine is not just to decorate, but it's also a structural machine. Yes, the press machine is always the heart of any installation. Basically, the pressing machines determines the quality of the output finally. However, nowadays, under certain circumstances, it's fundamental to provide pressing machines with all the other technological features that ensure precision, accuracy, and there is a growing demand for accurate, precise solutions. Given the different nature of these materials that are also expensive, customers want to scrap as little as possible of these materials, and that forces us to make continuous and steady improvements. It's a great challenge for us. We are confronted with this challenge every day, and so we are pushed to think out of the box and out of the routinary production of ours. So this allows us to continuously improve our installations, and every improvement is then also integrated onto the so-called commercial press machines. So even a classic pressing machine for a small carpentry shop also receives continuous updates and improvements. And the market is responding very well to this trend, to this approach. They are very much in demand, and they are very much appreciated by our customers. As regards large installations, I would say that as we said earlier with Luca, yes, the heart of the installation conceptually is still a pressing machine. However, we need to best understand how to get the pressing machine do the work that the pressing machine is supposed to do with the new technologies. This, again, forces us to continuously invest in research and development in our products. The large majority of our installations are really individualized to the individual customers' needs and requirements. Well, so the special production, so to say, represents a good amount of your solutions. I would definitely say so, and I think this is the trend for the future too. Let me ask you a question that regards today's topic. topic. I've always had a weakness for your membrane presses. Will you show them too at Xylexpo 2024? Well, for sure, as you know, membrane presses have been our core business for decades. From the very first liquid membrane presses, we've evolved to new models, the so-called twin system nowadays. There is a specific system whereby the customer no longer needs to make use of, mm, of polymer sheets. The customer nowadays can place the wooden panels on the press plane, and a scanning system reads the exact position of the various wooden panels. Some pins would automatically uplift the panel to a specific position and allow for a perfect coating of the panels with PVC or polymeric materials. And thank you, Luca, for bringing this up. This has always been a core business for us and still will be. So at Xylexpo 2024, all these lines of product will be shown and displayed. Absolutely, they will. As already anticipated, Orma Macchine will set up a multimedia booth at the exhibition. All our customers and visitors, thanks to a number of video clips and animations, will have the opportunity to dive into their specific requirements and needs, so that we can both understand whether our offer can still meet their challenges or whether together with them in partnership we can then create and design their specific installation targeted to their needs. So let me ask you again, are you optimistic? Yeah, I can't but repeat that I am optimistic. Xylexpo has always been very important and relevant to Orma Macchine. It has always brought us good results. And even though nowadays we live in a sluggish, so to say, scenario, and actually an anxiety-inducing his moment in history, well, despite this, I'm sure that we will get excellent results from the exhibitions this year too. Thank you so much, Angelo. Of course, optimism is always highly welcome. It's part of business flair. And coming from the region of Bergamo, we need to do things. We want to make things. We just off we go. We need to be optimistic. Thank you again to Orma Macchine and to Angelo. Our four last contribution will be delivered by Umberto Pizzi from Pizzi by PGS. He is here with us. So tell us, Umberto, what will you do at Xylexpo? Well, Pizzi by PGS has always been an exhibitor at Xylexpo because the Italian market is also very relevant to us, despite having a good sales share represented by export business in our company. So Pizzi by BGS has specialized in the application of glues and adhesive, and I make a distinction between the two. We not only deal with water-based glues and adhesives, but we also deal with more technologically advanced adhesive products, and each of them has its specific application. Both manual and automatic application is our focus. We come up with customized application systems for both manual and automatic systems. We offer a service whereby we really study into each customer's individual needs. PT will bring the complete range of products at Xylexpo, like, for example, pressurized glue tanks for PVA glues and a series of application nozzles. In terms of novelty, there has been an innovation in our system to apply hydroreactive liquid polyurethane glues, both for the manual application as well as the more customized application methodology. Basically, there is an application methodology whereby we can apply multiple lines of glues for insulation panels, for example. We will also present our range of automated application machines. We have restyled our wood doweling machine that has been greatly appreciated. So we have restyled it, and there are also some new technical specifications that will be presented at the Xylexpo 2024. We are very glad to be exhibiting our products at Xylexpo, because this exhibition has always been the place where new products are to be presented. As anticipated, we will also present products that manage furniture supplies elements like drawers, kitchen door, cabinet doors, and how to apply glues on them. So glues application that ensures time saving and glue saving efforts. We will present machines to glue doors and windows, both with dowel and tenons. So I hear you have a lot of diversification compared to the past. Yes, we have indeed. This was somehow prompted by our customers' needs. Our customers nowadays want more industrialized and automated solutions. In the previous edition of Xylexpo, we presented a plotter to apply points of glues controlled by an integrated CAD/CAM system, and we will present it again. So a plotter to apply points of glues, but also lines of glues, so that you can work precisely on glues, lines, and points or dots. So on the one hand, we have the inserting machines that Alberti Engineering mentioned, and huge steps forward have been made. And the same goes for the adhesive and glues application technology, I would say. Yes. So I think this opens up an opportunity for a synergic project here. Absolutely. Our products and systems, both manual and automated ones, kind of complement the production cycle and are meant to be embedded in the wooden panel processing line. So so this is a kind of industry, an area of industry that has been evolving a lot. It's not just using a brush to apply glue or adhesive, but using application methodologies that are modern, automated, allow for energy saving, cost saving, glue saving. Yes, it's kind of sad to say that there used to be just a glue brush for application purposes in the past. Steps forward were made, of course, and one of our latest projects testify that. And we are also confronted with new requests, new challenges, new needs every day. So there is a number of manual and automatic systems that are standard, but also there is a good deal of customized offer. Does this come from a market request, or does it come from your minds? Well, it comes from both sides. For existing products, you can make some radical customizations, and as you are in the process of implementing them, these customizations are then also spread out to other series or standard products. Everything originates from a customer's specific request normally, but in addition to that, there is a specific care on our side to take care of mass production improvement, mass production systems that can then be applied to broader extent, to a broader extent. Are you optimistic? Absolutely, I am. Of course, there's a kind of a stagnation at the moment, but still we have to be positive, and I'm sure Xylexpo 2024 will be a very interesting edition. Thank you so much. And once again, thank you for participating in presence at our multimedia center. We can personally shake hands, and that's very much needed nowadays. Last but not least, we have Luca Bergantini from SCM. Good afternoon, everyone. There you are. Now I can see you. Hello, I know you're very busy. Please introduce yourself and then just tell us what you're going to do at Xylexpo. Thank you to Dario Corbetta, and thank you, Luca, for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to present the novelties by SCM. My name is Luca Bergantini, Regional Manager for Italy, Turkey, and Africa. And I'm also business unit manager for a product line that have to do with solid wood processing. I have prepared 3 quick slides to share with you so that they can guide our speech, our contribution. So Xylexpo 2024, Fiera Milano from May 21st to 24th. SCM Group will have a 1,500 square meter booth divided on Hall 1 and Hall 3. One of the most important novelties that we are going to present is that SCM decided to adopt a different approach, a more innovative one than in the past. The focus is going to be not only on standalone equipment and installation, but on complete solutions dedicated to specific application sectors. Today's focus is wooden panel processing, and in this respect, our solutions will be concentrated mostly in the corner area dedicated to kitchens and furniture supplies. Our group, going back to what other speakers said earlier, with regards to multi-materials being processed, our group will have the possibility to showcase machines and solutions relating to the SCM world, that is to say, the core business of woodworking technology. But our group will present also extra wood solutions with regards to furniture and kitchens. For example, there will be processing of marble and glass, which we address through our company called CMS, absolutely integrated solutions that cover different materials. Basically, our customers will be able to touch with their own hands how our solutions are applicable across different sectors and across different materials. Specifically, this latter aspect is very much addressed by all the other events of the industry, such as Milan's Design Week, which is also setting the guideline and the trend in this respect, the use of different and mixed materials. We will also present other solutions based on processes and applications for windows and doors, door making. Then there will be a corner area dedicated to floor processing, surface treatment, and in this respect, we will cover the entire demands from calibration, pre-sanding, sanding, as well as pressing and painting. So these processes are completely integrated into our solutions through an historical brand of ours that deals with finishing processes, and that's called the superficie. Then there will be a corner for wood building and another one for a specific sector of caravans and boats. Once again, multiple materials are processed here, and we coordinate these efforts with our CMS colleagues. And then there will be a corner for carpentry operations. Each corner area will be provided with touchscreen systems and display units to show products, samples relating to the individual applications. This slide specifically shows one of the solutions that we are going to bring at Xylexpo 2024. It's a completely integrated woodworking cell according to the batch one philosophy. So it will be staffed with a few operators, and all pieces of equipment are integrated. There is an automated panel warehouse, which is connected to a nesting machining center with an automatic sizing machines, a nudging cell with a robot, and then a drilling cell. So through this line, we can cover the entire processing cycle for a batch one. And we do so by being led by being led by the mass customization principle against the mass production. Going back to the previous speakers, nowadays there is a trend towards an increasing level of customization for medium to high segment customers. So wood panel processing is one area, and then there will be two options, two ways out. One for cabinet furniture suppliers. So there will be a cutter to cut the carton to size and come up with the packaging of the piece of furniture. And the other way would be the traditional system, whereby the elements coming out of this line will then be placed on a pre-assembly table, and then they will be put into an automatic frame press and ultimately reach a packaging line with a cutter and packaging units. So we can cover the entire wood panel processing line from cutting to the finished product ready to be shipped out to the end user. Another piece of novelty relating to wooden panels has to do with, again, sizing and edging system and squaring system. There is a splitter machine that allows us to make small front panels for drawers. So hard pieces, hard to make pieces. Some new products and new machines will also be presented for edging. And there will be also the so-called functional units or functional groups that will enrich the already abundant range of solutions that our portfolio contains, more than 500 pieces in terms of volume. Let's now talk about the digitalization and service in general. As part of our booth at Xylexpo 2024, we will set up a digital control room. Basically, we will replicate the digital control room that was recently inaugurating during the grand opening day in Rimini. Luca was present. And we will duplicate the very same environment. Our customers will be able to touch with their own hands all the digital services and customized services that SCM can provide thanks to processing of data obtained from all our machines connected worldwide. This will be a tangible opportunity to show the digital services, advisory services that we can offer, both for predictive as well as maintenance purposes. Our booth will be provided also with some corner areas to dive into the specifics of software solutions and also all the HMI, that is to say, user interface requests that has become a kind of a standard offer that are part of the training centers that have to do and that operate in our industry. There are schools, vocational training centers that have equipped themselves with our software so that the future woodworking machine operators will be able to handle all these types of new equipment. On the occasion of Xylexpo 2024, SCM Group also decided to inaugurate the new technology center in Villa Santa in the province of Monza Brianza. SCM has three main manufacturing sites. One of them is situated in Villa Santa, where we have a factory covering more than 20,000 square meters dedicated to surface treatment. As part of this compound, we have created a new technology center covering more than 2,000 square meters. The technology center will house surface treatment technology solutions, but also wooden panel processing machines, so that the audience will be able to really see and touch with their own hands these integrated solutions. And it's important to be present in the territory, in the community. This is one of the heartbeats of the Made in Italy production, and we want to be there. As you can see from the map in the slide, Xylexpo is about 30, 40 minutes far from our technology center. So whoever wishes so will be able to visit us in the Villa Santa, and we will officially open the technology center on this occasion. Well, okay, with this red arrow, you almost cancelled the small village I come from, Paderno Dugnano. You crossed it out. Anyway, jokes aside, I am very curious about this new extended technology center. It's not just a new company center, but it's a new technology center. Will you exhibit, will you show the other machines too at the technology center? Yes, there will. You got it indeed, Luca. As you were able to appreciate during the inauguration day, we will not only present surface treatment solutions and machines, we have doubled the exhibition area, and so we can now display installations, technology installations that relate to wooden panel processing. So basically, the machines that our customers have historically known. So all the other SCM products for wooden panels. So machining center, sizing machines, edging machines, drilling machines. So the complete process for panel woodworking and finishing too. So every evening after 6 p.m., they're all invited to join you at the technology center in Villa Santa. Thank you, Luca. Thank you for your contribution. Wish you all the best for Xylexpo 2024. Thank you all. There may be a question. Oh yes, Luca, maybe you can close your presentation. Otherwise, we cannot see the panel of speakers here. Thank you, Luca, once again. Thank you for this opportunity. Very well. We finished a little bit earlier. Unfortunately, a friend of ours, Marco Silva, could not join us online for this webinar. Let's just take this opportunity with our director, Dario Corbetta. What can you tell us about Xylexpo 2024? Are you happy with preparations so far? Well, an exhibition mirrors the market and the industry. The market has been growing in the past few years, in 2020 up to 2022, and then started the kind of decline. We've been studying into this industry for many years. We know there are peaks and peak trends and downtrends. So, and this kind of follows suit the growth of the gross domestic product. So, um, what happened in the past 2 years was an exceptional growth trend right after the COVID pandemic era. So we recorded an amazing growth rate for raw materials, for components. And now we are experiencing a kind of a decline or flexion. So our Italian businessmen are kind of used to the highs and lows of market, whereas internationally there has been a little bit of a panic moment, and people started to think that exhibitions were regarded as a cost item to be cut off. In terms of orders, we have completed a survey on orders entry. Well, actually, in terms of order entry, we are kind of in the same situation as in 2019. So we are, after the exceptional moment, we are now going back to the normal levels. And so I think that exhibitions too will go back to the pre-COVID kind of status and situation. So Xylexpo 2024 will be a kind of a transition moment. And with regards to the domestic market, we will benefit from some facilitations and incentives coming from the Industry 5.0 project. The ministry department is still studying into it, and and a decree, the official decree, law decree, will still have to be issued. So we are still benefiting from the Industry 4.0, 20% contributions. They could reach up to 40% for machines that qualify as a 4.0. So that would mean adding eco-sustainability related features. So we should not forget that the Italian woodworking market is number 4 in the world, 1,100,000,000 euros in terms of turnout. So, and it covers all the steps from first processing steps to solid woodworking, panel woodworking. And so the exhibition is going to play a very relevant role internationally too. We do rely on the participation of the exhibitors, and we also expect good turnout rates by the visitors too. Well, great. I think we have set the the whole picture, the general picture if you want. So all I can do now is to thank you all here present at the table, and our online speakers too. This webinar will be available online too in a matter of a few days, and in a few weeks they will be made available in English too. So Xylexpo wants to and aims at becoming and establishing itself as an international exhibition. As we said, the Italian woodworking machine market is number 4th in the world, so Xylexpo is indeed an international exhibition. So, but in a couple of weeks, all these webinar episodes, as well as the entire Xylexpo digital experience, will be available on our web platform, both in Italian and then also in English. Xylexpo.com is the main URL address to be entered, and then we will as I said, re-edit the contents of this seminar and make them available and viewable also during the exhibition days. Unless there are any remaining questions or comments, I would like to thank you all once again. Let me just remind you what the next appointments are: February the 20th and then March the 5th. First for sending and solid wood processing, and then tools.